The whole ethos of this business, from the day it was started nearly 10 years ago now, was that we would try and stop other people going down that journey in the first place. Epic 10 years ago, at the start of our journey, was me. You know, I was a guy who just had some severe rock bottoms with gambling addiction, and the repercussions of that. I was then thinking, what's the next part of your life? What is it you want to do? And really for me, it was, let's try and stop what happened to me happening to other people. And that was always the ethos. You know, we've been Epic Risk Management for 9.5 of the last 10 years. And, you know, it's worked really well for us as the business has grown, as the gambling regulatory environment and sector has changed, and as our client base has grown. You know, it's worked really well for us right up until sort of 2020, when we started working over in America. And I think the mission, if you ask most of those, would be, let's try and stop happening to others what happened to us. And I think that's still the case now.
I think the important thing is that we've got so many people with lived experience at Epic now. It really is a community of people that have a second chance in a new career doing something that's really personal to them. You know, it is a personal mission.
I've been at Epic nearly 9 years now, and I first met Paul at a gambling in sport conference at Edgbaston Cricket Ground. We both went there to share our experiences and to talk about the work that we either were doing or wanted to do. Lived experience is hugely important, and I think the people that we have going out facilitating the programs would generally all have lived experience, because it helps us relate to the clients, it helps us relate to the audience, and it helps put context into the reasons why people involved in those high-risk sectors in which we work can be susceptible to gambling harm.
The Rugby Players Association in the UK was very much our first foray into sport. They were the first ones who gave Epic a contract back in 2016.
What set them apart was Paul's lived experience, because that first time, and I remember where it was, that we had our academy induction day at Lilleshall, when I put him on the spot with about 30 seconds notice that I was going to be asking him to speak to all these young players. And he said, what do you want me to speak about? And I said, just your story, because he'd already relayed it to us. We knew how powerful that was. And he did it, and it was met with stunned silence. And that lived experience of how people can get into a hole very easily really resonates, I think. And that was what set him apart. That lived experience was crucial.
And the second one was important, but then we signed our first really big deal in 2018. So Sky Bet were the sponsors of the English Football League, they still are. And as part of their memorandum of understanding with the EFL, they signed an agreement that they would provide an education programme to all 72 clubs every year for the next 5 years.
Having support with brilliant clients such as Entain and Kindred has allowed us to use our services in ways that we didn't think was possible originally.
Epic delivers a unique value for us at Kindred. The authenticity and the knowledge gained from these lived experiences help us strengthen the very core value in our aim to reduce gambling-related harm.
Epic can help us support our longer-term commitment to safer gambling in a number of ways. I think this space is going to be constantly evolving, so we need an organisation like Epic who are willing to look at industry-led solutions, offer insight, almost provide a one-stop shop for our player protection needs, which Epic have done to date in the UK and the US, and we're sure that that will continue long into the future.
Everyone that gambles roughly gambles with an operator, and we can use those experiences to train the staff whose job it is really to keep that play fun and stop it getting out of hand.
It was a big deal for us at the time, not necessarily financially, but certainly in terms of change of direction. And I guess in many ways now we're a company of 46 people, we've worked in 30 countries, we've got some pretty big clients, and we've got 24 people who have been at the real rock bottom of gambling addiction.
My parting message for Epic on the 10-year anniversary is just a massive thanks from everybody at Entain for all the work that we've done together over the last 5 years. We are incredibly grateful for all of the team's hard work, commitment, dedication, effectiveness. So happy 10th birthday, and we hope that our relationship will last for another 10 years going forward and hopefully beyond.
To see that growth has been exceptional. and see the reach they're now having and the education awareness they're providing globally is really impressive.
We've gone from being one person, which was me, we've now got 46 people, and we will probably have 60 within the next few months as we continue to grow, and it's a global workforce now, not just northwest of England. Yeah, I think we're in a brilliant position to leap into our second decade. There's a lot of hard work ahead, and the second decade should be equally, if not more, successful and impactful as the first.